What's good, YouTube? It's your boys in the trap, and I'm back with another video, man. If you're new to my channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like the video. I will appreciate it. Today we got what happens to P. Diddy in jail. So without further ado, let's get straight to this video, man. King.
From an inmate winning a whopping $100 million lawsuit against him from jail, to the federal grand jury unsealing their 14-page indictment against him, which includes sex trafficking, racketeering conspiracy, among other charges. From here, it only gets worse. This is what happens to P. Diddy in jail. The Great Descent. It turns out that the popular saying about the higher you go, the greater your fall is not a joke after all. One of the greatest rappers and music entrepreneurs, P. Diddy, is descending rapidly from the peak of the world. Apparently, an inmate slammed a whopping $100 million sexual assault lawsuit against rapper P. Diddy, and in an unexpected turn of events, a Michigan court passed a default judgment in favor of the inmate. The reports say a Michigan inmate has won a $100 million default judgment against Sean Diddy Combs in a sexual assault lawsuit, an eye-popping figure handed down after the rapper or his lawyer did not show up in court or file any formal response to the case. However, there is a lot to this case, and I'm about to break it down for you. The mind-blowing case was set in motion by Derek Cardello Smith, an inmate at Ernest C. Brooks Correctional Facility, Michigan, who is known for his long history of challenging the judicial system with civil lawsuits. Derek Cardello Smith is currently serving 75% of jail time for criminal sexual conduct and kidnapping charges, but did not allow his jail time to restrain him from seeking justice after being sexually assaulted by the entertainment mogul nearly 3 decades ago. Hold up, I want you to understand the dynamics here. Cardello won this case while still in prison, which means that the case was done virtually. Dramatically, P. Diddy, who refused to show up in court for reasons best known to him, is now fighting back the judgment. The lawsuit claims that Cardello Smith and rapper P. Diddy met while he was working at a Detroit area restaurant in 1997. During a night of drinking and weed smoking, they reportedly had sex with a group of women, according to the suit. Cardello Smith said he felt a man's hand, which he claims was Diddy's, touching him. Funny because it doesn't matter how drunk you are. When the male hand touches you, you can tell that is a gentleman's touch. According to 51-year-old Cardello Smith, his encounter with Diddy back in the day left long-lasting trauma on him. He alleged that Diddy drugged and sexually assaulted him in 1997 during a party in Detroit. Let me read to you Derek Cardello's complaint against Sean Diddy Combs. I then went to get another drink and Sean asked me if I needed something else. I said no, and he said, "Here, drink this one." And I thought it was another glass of Jim Beam, so I took it because I had sat one down in the other room, and then I drank some more, and I stayed sitting there, and I began getting drowsy and started to pass out, and then Sean Combs said to me, "I added a little something to it for you. I will get that from you anyway, one way or another." And then I passed out.
And then, Cardello Smith claims that when he woke up, Combs allegedly told him that he had assaulted him.
In a nutshell, Derek Cardello claims that while he was unconscious, the rapper assaulted him and told him about it afterward. He then claimed that although he filed a police report, he never had the courage to talk about what went down at the Michigan party. He then gives credit to prison therapy for making him realize that he was sexually assaulted and abused by Sean Diddy Combs.
And he made me a financial offer of $2.3 million to allow what happened to me to go away.
Now here is where it gets spicy. Cardello Smith then provided prison facility information with Diddy's name logged into the visitation record, which allowed him to claim that P. Diddy offered him $2.3 million to dismiss the lawsuit after he filed it. During the August hearing, Derek Cardello Smith told the court that P. Diddy persuaded him to drop the $100 million lawsuit and accept an out-of-court settlement, saying, "You know how we get down." Cardello then replied, "I disagree with how you get down." In that regard, the court granted his motion for a restraining order.
Or your motion for a temporary restraining order was granted. I've signed it, and so we'll get that processed and back to you, and then you'll have to obviously serve that on the parties.
As you can see, P. Diddy never showed up for the virtual court hearing, which prompted Judge Anna Marie Anzalone to pass a $100 million default judgment against the rapper, which entails that starting from October, he would pay $10 million monthly to Derek Cardello. For those who don't know, a default judgment is a kind of legal award granted when an accused party doesn't respond to a legal action. At the hearing last month, the judge said that Combs had been properly served with the lawsuit, and court records indicate that he never answered the claims. Ironically, as soon as the news went public and the judgment passed, the rapper started to take proactive measures to remedy the situation. However, in a statement to Billboard, P. Diddy's attorney, Mark Agnifilo, refuted the judge's statement about his client being properly served with the lawsuit. He said that his client looks forward to having this judgment, swiftly dismissed. He then went on to reveal some vile things about Cardello Smith, saying, "This man is a convicted felon and sexual predator who has been sentenced on 14 counts of sexual assault and kidnapping over the last 26 years. His resume resume now includes committing a fraud on the court from prison, as Mr. Combs has never heard of him, let alone been served with any lawsuit. Interesting times ahead, because if Diddy's lawyer responds to the lawsuit, they could seek to overturn the judgment and proceed to normal litigation where Cardelo Smith would have to prove his allegations. In the most shocking turn of events, it appears the embattled music producer and rapper is not untouchable after all, as he was arrested in a Manhattan hotel in New York City barely 24 hours after the news of the $100 million judgment against him went viral. According to the arrest warrant, the charges against the rapper are unclear, but his arrest was occasioned after a grand jury indicted him. According to TMZ, just a couple of hours before the rapper was arrested, he was confidently strolling the streets of New York City, greeting and taking selfies with fans alongside his son, Christian King Combs. Sources reported to TMZ that the rapper's arrest was scheduled for Tuesday morning, but due to some complications, Homeland Security surprised the rapper in a Midtown hotel where he was staying and arrested him based on a sealed indictment issued by the Southern District of New York. It has been confirmed that Diddy was taken into federal custody in Lower Manhattan. It appears the action was taken in connection with the ongoing criminal investigation into alleged sex trafficking and other offenses that led to search warrants being issued and executed at Diddy's homes in Beverly Hills and Miami. Now let me take your mind off a little drift through music producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones Jr.'s allegations against his boss and music associate Sean Diddy Combs. I'm sure you still remember what went down on February 26, 2024. Yes, Lil Rod filed a lawsuit against his boss Diddy, in which he alleged that he was subjected to unwanted advances by associates of Diddy at his direction during his stay in the rapper's house. Disturbingly, he also claims that Diddy forced him to have sex with the sex workers Diddy used to hire. According to producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones' 73-page court document, due to his job description, which required filming P. Diddy at all times, he has secured 100 hours of footage showing P. Diddy alongside his associates and guests engaging in a series of illegal activities. His lawsuit alleges that the A-list rapper has been involved in sex trafficking and assault on Lil Rod and other victims, including minors. But here's where it gets crazier. The lawsuit identified rapper 50 Cent's former girlfriend and the mother of one of his children, Daphne Joy, as one of the alleged sex workers. The lawsuit also alleges that P. Diddy regularly hosted sex trafficking parties with underage women and illegal drugs, and implies record label executives who looked the other way financially benefited from access to celebrities and dignitaries, including the British royal Prince Harry. However, Prince Harry is not accused of any wrongdoing or of attending parties himself. Without a doubt, Lil Rod's lawsuit feels like a wide, deep, never-ending dungeon dug to bury rapper P. Diddy and everything he had ever worked for. Road to Rico.
All right, happening right now, hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs is in a federal courtroom this morning. The indictment...
Hey, man, if you guys new to the channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like the video. I will appreciate it. And I'm going to see you guys on the next video, man. Peace.